Okay, this is Mrs. Gomez. I want to show you all what you need to do in order to get your first resource for your research project. So what I recommend that you do, you can either use Internet Explorer or you can also use Chrome. What you're going to do is you're going to click on, right now I'm going to use Internet Explorer. Okay, it's going to open up, of course. And what you're going to go to is our Sharyland Pioneer High School website. So, my computer's a bit slow, forgive me. But as soon as it comes up, you're going to enter SharylandISD.org. Okay? Once you get there, you're going to use the drop-down menu to go to Pioneer High School. Once you go to Pioneer High School, go to the far right hand side under the Library tab, click there, and you're going to go to Resources. Now I want to show you all a few things. What you can do once you get to the resource, if you'll scroll down just a bit, you'll notice here that there's the ebook. Okay? You can find several resources in here. Let me just show you one, which I've shown you also in class and in the lab. But you can click on ebooks. It'll bring you to the screen here. And what you're going to do is enter Pioneer High School. And you'll notice that it comes up in Mission, Texas. Click there. And then the username is going to be in lowercase. It's Pioneer High School, or HS. And that's all together. And then the password is library. So it's LIBRARY. Log in. Once it gets you into this particular ebooks, you're going to enter at the top search field. You can enter the name of your god or goddess, or if you choose to, you can also search it under gods and goddesses. Be sure that you're spelling it correctly, because if not, it will not come up. And then click on search. Now, for the most part, I've shown everyone how to use this particular encyclopedia. But for now, let me open it. Open now. So it's going to bring you to this ebook. Let me X out of this. Okay. Now, if you'll notice this arrow here on the far right-hand side, you're going to click that arrow there, and it's going to bring you to the index. Okay, let me make the font a little smaller, if it will do it. Okay, it won't. That's okay. So, you're going to search for your god or goddess. Notice, not on this page, but let me turn one page back. Okay, here are the letters, of course. You'll notice some of the gods and goddesses tend to be on the far left-hand side. Okay, so they're left justified. Now, let's look at this one, Theseus. If you want information on Theseus, notice the colors that are the page numbers that are right next to his name are bolded. So for the most part, you're going to find information on Theseus starting on page 488 through 491. Underneath his name, you'll notice there's a listing of other gods or goddesses associated or pertaining to this particular god Theseus. Now, what you're going to do down here, you're going to delete the page number that's there, and you're going to enter the one you want and press enter. It'll take you to that page. Okay, so just scroll down to see where he begins, which is right there. Okay, now I don't want you to start getting sources without having the citation. Don't create more work for yourself. So as you start reading this information, I'm sure you're going to be able to answer the questions that are listed in step 2. Before you leave this particular resource, notice on the top right hand side, it's either an orange or a red book, okay, depending on your computer. You're going to click there, and it's going to bring up this box here. Now this is the easiest tool that you can use, especially when you're using ebooks. All the information you need is here. So what you're going to use is MLA 7. You're going to click there, and it automatically gives you the citation for your works cited page. You're going to copy to clipboard, so click there. And what I have been suggesting to you all is for you to open up a Word document, okay, and just go ahead and input the information there. I already have one of my sources, so now I only need to search for 2 more. Okay, so let me go back to that tab. You can X out of here when you're done, and then just go ahead and retrieve the information. Now, another source that you can use is the one that's right next to it, encyclopedia. You can click in here. I think it's the same. It should be Pioneer. I'll try it. If not, we'll have to wait. So Pioneer HS and then Library, Library. Let me see if I can get it. Yes, so that's it. You're going to go into high school and you're going to click search. You can enter mythology, search, and it'll bring you to these different articles. It has articles, images. You can click here on the left hand side, magazines, web's best sites, things like that. See, it'll give you information such as this, or articles on your particular god or goddess. So you can go ahead and use this as well. Now the citation for this, you need to go into, let me just go into this first one just to show you where you can find the citation. Let's say that Theseus is in this and it's perfect. It's exactly what I need. If you look here, hover over these little icons here, and you're going to go to the one with the box with the check mark next to it. Click on that. And look, you guys, it's already in MLA format. You can select the one you want, but for a research project, of course, it's going to be in MLA. So what you can do is you can highlight this information here, highlight it all the way down. You can use Control-C, or you can right-click and copy, and you go back to the Word document and do Control-V like Victor, or you can right-click and you can paste. There's your second source. In MLA format. It's exactly what you need. Okay, so now you already have 2 sources, but be sure that you're going to be using the information that's provided to you in this source. There's no sense in you having it if you're not using it. Okay, so that's a second source that you can use. If you go back to the library, you'll notice if you scroll down a little further, I've been telling you all about Gale as well as EBSCO. You can go into either one of those and find your last resource. Now keep in mind, these are not the only options that you have for resources. You can also go to the library and you can see if we have that particular book in reference to your god or goddess by going to OPAC. So if you click here, it'll bring you to our library card catalog, what we used to call card catalog, and you can search for mythology. Of course, you need to spell it correctly, so MITHOLOGY. And it'll bring you to several books, okay? Notice here, it'll tell you if the book is in or if it's out. If it's out, of course, well then it's not going to be available. But there's several books here for you all to choose from. And you don't necessarily have to check them out, you guys. You can just look up the information, take down what you need, take down the source, and be done with it. Then you have your third source. So there's a lot of different ways that you can find your sources. So however you want to do it, it's fine, but you do need a total of 3. I need you to keep in mind, you do need a total of 3. Now, another thing I wanted to show you, let's say I did decide to use a book. You know that you can go to this tool here, located in the same section of the library resources, and notice here it says Citation Tools. That. You're going to click here where it says Easy Bib. Click on that. Okay, what I want to select, because everything for my paper, I know my research paper, it says it in the outline, is going to be in MLA format. So I'm going to select MLA, and then look, books, magazines, newspapers, websites, journal, film, other. Let's say I want to use the Mythman website, okay? So I click on website, and then I'm going to enter the URL there, right here. I'm going to paste it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the Mythman website. I don't know what it is off the top of my head, so I'm just going to enter it in the Google search. Mythman space, and I'll do Apollo. Okay, I'm going to click on that. Look, it brings up all the information on Apollo. I'm sure that you guys are going to have answers to the questions in this, okay? This is the URL that you're going to use. So you're going to right click, copy this URL, go back to what we were using, that easy bib, and plug it in. Right click, paste. Okay, and that's the web page directly used for Apollo. I'm going to click on search website. It's going to bring me to another screen. And look what it says here. That's exactly what I'm looking for. It's under Mythman's Apollo. Yes, I'm going to select it. I'm going to fill in any of the missing information here. So it's going to bring you to this. So if you scroll down a ways, let's go, it says URL, article title, Mythman Apollo, that's fine. Go to the final step. Okay, and this is where you would fill in any missing information. As an example, I know at the bottom of the page it says Nick Ponticus. Be sure that you're capitalizing the N in Nick and the P in Ponticus, okay? All the other information is already pre-filled. Notice the website name, of course it says Apollo. It has the URL here. It also filled in the information that you for the date accessed. So this is the date that you're using the information. You're going to click on Create Citation. And there it is, guys. It doesn't get any easier than this. So scroll down a little bit. Oops, right here. If I can get this to work. Okay, so copy and paste. Once again, go to my Word document, click Enter. I can format this later. And paste that there. Now I have all three of my resources. So now I need just to make sure that I have all the answers to the questions in step 2. And this I'm done with. Okay, so that's the end of your resources. I've given you 3 different ways on how you can search for information and how you can retrieve the citation for your works cited page. If you have any other questions, please let me know in class. You can see me before school, after school, or even send me an email. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.